What's good, folks? How's it going? Oh, look who got a new shirt. Andres, there he is, rocking the Dixon shirt. There you go. Andres, what did you think about that? Did you like that, buddy?
Yes.
Did I surprise you on that one? Did I even tell you that was coming?
I think we discussed. So, folks, we were supposed to get our merch for Daryl Dixon before the show began, and so it took a while. So, but luckily, me and Jeff have our shirts finally. Are you wearing your shirt or are you wearing something else?
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch halfway through, but I'm gonna do it in reverse. Even though we're doing Dixon, we're doing Daryl Dixon. Yes, I'm burning candles, folks. Just like the they lit that torch for the what do you call it? What do you call those Molotov cocktails?
Yeah,
there at the end of the episode. Yeah, those Molotov cocktails. I like those. Just like that. But here we are, folks. Another episode. Well, I shouldn't say episode. That was an inside joke. Another, I guess, Monday on the MCU'S Bleeding Edge report. And no, Andres, I'm gonna flip my t-shirts and be all old school, creative and shit, and flip my t-shirts from Loki to Dixon reverse, just to be cool like that, like crisscross. You feel me? Yeah, you know.
It doesn't matter. I mean, both shows are great. I will definitely do that.
Well, I'm rocking my Loki t-shirt because, folks, we're doing a re-review of Loki episode 5.
Journey into Mystery.
Which is obviously, I went back and looked for finally, Andres. I gave this episode a 9.5.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what I gave it. But don't forget, things were different then. This is back when we were coming right off of WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier. Right? So that was really like framing everything. It was like every rating, you know what I mean? We were taking into consideration. Right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't really have that going now. And here we are, folks. See, we're launching right. That's how bad me and Andres, the pop culture guy, want to get after it. We're just chomping at the bit over here. But no, I had to rock my Loki shit. I had to find it. It was in a drawer, like stuffed in the back of a drawer. But I had 2 of them. I gave one of them to my son because my clothes fit my son now. When you see Trevor in person, when you see him finally, when he comes on, or because he's been on before, when he comes on, you'll see he's taller than me.
Yeah.
He's got about an inch on me. I'm 5'7". He's got to be at least about 5'8". He's probably 5'9" by now. He's got a fro. And I took it like I do. He's got curls. I used to rock my shit like a fro, and he gets the same hair as I do. You'd hope, right, folks? Here at the Bleeding Edge Report and the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast, we like to actually know that we're the father of our children, right? Definitely a good thing to know. Very important. That's why we advocate. That's why the Bleeding Edge is coming out with our swag, our first merch. We're going to be doing our own home pregnancy, DNA kits that are approved by Jerry Springer and Maury.
Oh my god, that's so funny. But anyway, I think this is a good time. Like, I'm so jealous of that Loki shirt. Oh my god, that's the best.
Alligator Loki, you like that shit?
I love that shirt, the alligator Loki, because green is my favorite color. So I think it's important we have green in this.
Episode. I didn't know that green was your favorite color. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Oh my god, that is so cool.
It's pretty dope, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so cool. Hey, maybe alligator Loki will be a cameo in the next season.
I guarantee you, if you remind me in the studio after the end of the show, I guarantee you I can get you one of these probably for cheap too.
Ooh, all right. We'll discuss that.
They're not like they weren't expensive back then, so I can't imagine they'll be that expensive now. I can get you one. But anyways, we're here to do Daryl Dixon, episode 4. Do you want to try to take let them defer?
Yes. Let's do this. All right. Let's. So I rewatched the episode twice, so that's good. So I still like the show. So yeah, overall we're picking up where we left off from episode 3, right? So
if you watch it twice, why don't you go ahead at that point then? Why don't you go ahead and take over? You go ahead and take us from episode 3 into 4. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, you know what I mean? Whatnot. And I've got everything pulled. I've got my outline done, but I'll fill in whatever gaps you need me to fill in, right? But we've got 2 episodes to go for this one, folks. So, you in the comment section, I know you people are out there. I know you watch the show. Don't be afraid to say hello. You know what I mean? This is, and just because you're live on another platform and you're not on YouTube, because we don't see you when you're on X or when you're on whatever, Twitter or whatever you want to call it, or Periscope, or when you're on Twitch. We don't see that on here. All we see is YouTube. So when you're there, you're more than welcome to join the conversation. I got to try to get what's his name back in. I accidentally blocked him because he was saying some shit in the comment section during that one Ahsoka review, and he was worrying me a little bit.
What the
Facebook? What's his name? That always drops the really funny shit during the Ahsoka reviews.
What, Alnick? PM?
Almick. If you're out there, I'm sorry about that, brother. I didn't mean to block you, but I misinterpreted your joke the other night. And then Cyber pointed out to me in the comment section earlier on that you were just fucking around and joking when you were talking about killing yourself. I didn't know what you're talking about, man. I was worried. So sorry about that. I just didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? I'll unblock you as soon as I can figure out how to. I'm sure you're out there. But Andres, go ahead, man. Take us from episode 3 and episode 4.
Well, so towards the end of episode 3, Daryl, the whole community gets invaded with the cause, the organization in Paris, right? The main bad guys. And so, Corin, the main villain, the French soldier, chases, Dixon and the real tops. And of course, he gets his butt beaten by Daryl, as always. And, but then the episode, Daryl, was standing in one roof, and then he falls into, we don't know. Beginning of this episode, it was like a pool. So he would just probably fall in the floor or whatnot, to hit and be unconscious, right? But anyway, so episode 4, we get this really cool opening. I thought, oh my god, this is the best opening ever, one of the best episodes. Until we get to this stupid thing I hate about the show. Now did this. I don't know why they did it, but anyway. So Daryl is lost. He's in this I don't know, like tunnel, and we see a bunch of walkers, and then the kid, Laurent, right? Yeah. So thank you. Laurent is there, and then Daryl is screaming at his name because the walkers are gonna kill him, But then all of a sudden the kid survived. I was like, oh my god. So the reason that he's special is because he's immune of the walkers. The walkers cannot sense him because maybe because he because folks, if you remember episode 2, he got birthed by his zombie mommy, and but then after all that, Daryl sees that and is like, oh my god. And then after that, we get this rules that he's actually in the pool, just dreaming about that, and then he just gets attacked with zombie. Don't tell me that Last of Us did that. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway,
I'm telling you, it's almost just like the same shit. You have to watch it, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, Andres. When Andres finally watches it, folks. Those of you that watched our reviews of The Last of Us, which were awesome. Andres, after you finally watch that series, which I know you eventually will. If I enjoyed it, it has to be pretty good. And I told you I haven't even you should see me on Gerald Glassford's Pop Culture Cosmos. I raved on there about it after the finale. It was just so fucking good, man. HBO just killed it. They killed it. But that was so long ago, I can't remember the names of the characters or anything like that. But essentially, the premise of The Last of Us is that the girl, right, because of some gene she has, because of the way that she was born, right, is the cure to the she's immune, and she's right. and Joel has to take her across country, right, to try to find a cure for this for this apocalypse type shit. So when I first saw that at first, I was like, wait a minute. Now we're gonna have dreams. Now we got dreams going on here too. Was that a premonition? Because there is this religious theme. Was that a premonition, or was that just how you dream? If you lived in this dystopian, apocalyptic kind of reality that Daryl lives in.
No, it was just a regular dream. He just got knocked out from the fall, and then that's it. That's not gonna be important. if that was just the way to convey that, then okay. But I mean,
But
it's
dreams
kind
are
of cool.
so vivid, and so they slow down so intensely. Think about it, right? I mean, to cut you off, but don't they really dreams when you're really having a good dream like that that's that vivid, that scares you? It goes in real time. It's not fast paced, so it's not like sped up. You know what I mean? So it's just like
Yeah,
the timing
yeah.
of it. You know what I'm saying? I just I don't remember them. Do you remember in The Walking Dead them incorporating dreams really into anything?
Oh, they did. I mean, it was like I can't remember what like they had dreams. They always had those kind of like fantasy dreams. Like this is a fantasy dream. Like they think of something previously, but you know, it was never like it was just like getting into the psyche of the character. So like in here, it was like getting in Daryl, like he's worrying about the kid, because of the what happened in the last episode with the rape, you know. So
And it ties into Ahsoka too, just like Ahsoka episode 5, Shadow Warriors. That was a good fucking episode, Andres. I rewatched it again. Dude, really good, man.
oh my god, I cannot believe you brought that up. Yeah, that is very funny.
I
Like
had to I had to drop it because I rewatched it on my way to the concert the other day. It's good, dude. I almost
yeah,
teared up.
yeah. I mean,
I
my
know, I
favorite.
know. I know I'm
I
crossing
mean,
the span of series and everything and whatnot, but like have you gone
no,
back
no,
and
no.
rewatched it since the first time you saw it?
Episode 5. I'm trying to figure out because
Shadow Warriors with Anakin.
remember I was sick at the time, so I don't know if I
Oh,
rewatched.
you were sick. That was when you were sick that week.
Yeah,
No,
so I
oh,
probably didn't
Shadow
just
Wars
remember.
was the one where Anakin says, I'm finishing your training," and we
Yeah,
get the live action Clone Wars and scenes and everything and whatnot and all that shit, right? Like we get like all that,
yeah,
like, and you love Vader too.
yeah. That I remember. Yeah, just remember I did not rewatch it. So like right now, my favorite episode is 4, 7.
Oh,
Right
you got
now,
to rewatch 5. Oh, that's right. You didn't watch it, did you?
just one. That's just the one time.
Just the one time. You got to watch it again, dude. I'm telling you. But no, you're right. He did fall through that roof and everything and whatnot and all that. So that makes sense. But it seemed really real and vivid at first.
No, I thought that was the opening. I was like, oh, this is a cool opening.
Me
I
too.
wasn't think, I wasn't thinking about this dream that
I was like, so Laurent is like fucking Jesus Christ the third or whatever.
That's very true. I mean, he has the long hair, so he has that. So okay, yeah. So we got that, and then he kills the 2 walkers in the water, which is pretty neat. And
Yeah.
then he gets up, and then so that was cool. And then after that, right? Like he comes out of it, and let me look at my notes and see what's going on. Yeah.
Oh,
So then
he comes to in the like you said in the pool off the dream, right? And then he ends up out the street.
yeah, so that was cool too. So like it was cool. Like I like those scenes when he's walking like in Paris. Like it's cool to see a character not knowing where he's at.
Yeah.
So like because there was a quick scene where he sees 2 regular couples, like just not thinking about what's going outside. That was a cool scene.
It
And
was.
like
That's later in the episode. You're right.
yeah, so like that was a really cool, neat touch. And then of course he pants down, and there's the walkers, as usual. And we see a biker, and then he sees like what do you call it, like the map you usually see in your city, so you can know where you're at. And obviously he doesn't know where here he's at. He's not a French person. So and then he I think this is where we get intercut with the cause villains. So the general and Cornet are like investigating the community. And
Yeah, they're at the community.
yeah, and so this was a great scene too. Like right off the bat, we're in a good pace. Like I've been loving the pace of this show. Nothing has been dragging, which is great. Like they're leading to something, which is good. Um, yeah, so like this is great to see more of the general villain, and like how she like approaches people. Like I get why she doesn't want Daryl, but she's concerned about the boy, because the boy will bring like false hope in this
You're talking about
Janae.
and
Yeah, thank you.
that plays Janae, the leader of Pourbois. du Vivant, the power of the living, a paramilitary group of survivors in France, and she's teamed up now with Kodran.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He got hired last episode.
Yeah, and they put a hit out on the rent. Like,
Yes.
like they want him snatched up. They put a bounty out on the street and whatnot and everything, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It is. I love the scenery of Paris. It's beautiful.
Yes, I definitely 100 agree with that part. Because I mean, because we get cool shots of this episode. Like I wasn't expecting the effort. Like, well, in the trailers, we know we were going to go the Eiffel Tower, a bit, but I wasn't expecting this episode, and so it was kind of neat. But anyway, so we get what was the villain's name? I'm sorry,
Kodran. Oh no, Janae. Yeah, I thought you were going to kill that baby.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. So
for real.
Yeah, but no, she's just I like that our villain are bad, but they're not like horrible people either. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their like good and bad side as people, and I sort of like that this villain, like the villains we have in the show are like very complex.
What would it have done for Janae to kill that fucking baby though? Just as it was loud, like what would that have accomplished? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, more fear to the people to like expect her and her or like her.
No, but it was it was good story. I think it was good storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they built up the tension, right?
Well, yeah, I mean,
by having her carrying on the conversation with the other woman, the black woman, or whatever, whatnot, everything, right? And like it getting heated and whatnot, everything. And then, the in the audience, the baby crying is like bothering you. You're like, shut that fucking baby up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? The zombie baby or some shit? Is this the kind of shit I would be dealing with during the Chucky reviews, Andres? Is it be like some crying baby and shit the whole time? No, I'm just kidding. But either way, no, I didn't expect her to hug it. I didn't know whether she was going to kill it or not, but it made perfect sense for her because she flat out tells that the African American woman that weak people like her that believe in Laurent is the savior, right? Are the reason for like where they're at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I thought about it during the whole thing, and I'm thinking to myself, why would she want to kill a baby? Like, she's not like a piece of shit. We don't know what she was before before the dead row started rising, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know why. We still don't even know what the fuck even happened, really. Why? I can't even remember what the hell how the shit even spread to begin with. Now looking back, but
they don't explain it at all.
No, that's right. That when they in season 1 when they go to the CDC or whatever, whatnot, there is no.
It's been a while since first season. I don't think they explained it. Like I think the guy who was there, like
he was full of shit.
Yeah, full of shit or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, so we already got that. Yeah, so after that conversation, we get again another scene of Daryl meeting the pigeon man. Okay, so like he talks to the pigeon man. He kind of explains, like he kind of catch up Daryl what happened. So like the people in the community are captured, being questioned, or half of them ran off, which we saw later in this episode that some of them did, that weren't captured, whatnot. And so that's cool. And then the pitcherman tell him like can take him to the location that he was supposed to meet Isabel. But we get this very like, oh my god, frustrating, sad scene, which I think this was my favorite scene of this episode, was like the pigeon man and Daryl had to hide because the peace, what you call the organization, I didn't know that this because
you're talking about the
Pirate of the Living
paramilitary group. Yeah, that's the Pouvoir du Vivant, the power of the living.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course that area where you saw Kodran, interrogating people and whatnot, was Falou's group. That was his rooftop community in Paris, and they're a part of the Union de l'Espoir, the Union of Hope. the resistance that were working against Pouvoir.
Okay.
Like that's why they talk about later on. They mention it's mentioned to Daryl that those are those are their enemies, right? When Quinn snatches the Laurent.
Yeah, I did it. That makes sense. So, like, okay, we got those two military men from the Power of Living, right? The bad side, and they see the bike and see the pigeons, and they take the pigeons, right? And of course, the pigeon man just like cannot, like, he doesn't want the pigeons to be,
I knew he was going to
taken
get killed. It was so stupid, and then you knew Daryl was going to have to kill him.
Yeah, I know. It was like, but like it wasn't as bad as like Dead City. Like
No,
literally
it wasn't. You know why it was? You know why it was better? Because
yeah.
it's in France, right? And that's it. That's simple. It's in France with better secondary characters and shit, whatnot, that speak a different language.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, like as Jeff say, the pigeon man got shot, because they were jerks. I mean, as usual,
They're
right?
weak. They're so fucking fat and lazy and whatnot. Everything with their mandatory 47-year-old retirement and all the shit they're striking. They're always like they're always marching in the streets for whatnot. Everything and all this bullshit, cradle to the grave bullshit. If at 50 years old, benefits that they can't even afford. I'm telling you that this is what would happen. It'd be more savage over there than in New York. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, because it's always the weakest people that are always like the most desperate and become the most ruthless and like the most evil.
Yeah.
Strong people are the ones that fight.
Yeah.
They'll do immoral things and whatnot, like Joel in The Last of Us, right? Because they have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because that's how it has to be done.
Oh yeah. I mean,
in terms of violence, like the way that
yeah,
because there's a lot of human on human killing in that series too. Of course, and I love that. I love how they're incorporating a lot of that in this series, and especially in this episode, we get a lot of the dead. Right? There's them fighting the dead. Him and Isabel fight the dead later on. Right? When they have to save fucking Cutface, Laurent, the dumbass. Let's be honest, he is fucking irritating.
I mean, I don't know. I'm very indifferent with the kid. I mean, he is annoying. I mean, I guess
there's nothing endearing about him.
Yeah, it's true.
Is there anything? I can't think of anything.
I mean, you kind of felt bad that he lost his mom by a zombie and virus, and like he, isn't having the normal life that a kid should be having in a apocalypse kind of world.
Everybody lost their mom at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's
yeah, but also he's been like, yes, but the thing is with him, he's being like touted as this special kid, and he doesn't want to be a special kid. Like at least I can
convinced that he's some kind of messiah.
Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't want that. He just wants to be a normal kid, and I get that. It's I can understand that.
They're very big about it too. They don't really explain like what he's gonna do. You know what I mean? Whatnot. It's surprising that Daryl goes along with it. It's because he likes Isabel.
Yeah, which we got more of it in this episode, right? Like we got more confirmation of that.
Yeah, there was almost like some moments where like it was almost like the Loki episode. You know what I mean? Where like where you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sort of like that, but we haven't like passed that. Let me see here. Oh yeah, look, Facebook user. What's up, fellas? Your friendly neighborhood shark. Nice to see you again, Facebook.
Oh, I was actually gonna. You know what, Cyber? I was actually gonna give you a call earlier and ask you if you wanted to come on late with me and Andres and re-review Loki episode 5. But then I remembered you have to work tomorrow and everything and whatnot. And I was like, I'm not gonna bother Cyber. I'll leave him alone. And I was busy anyway. So, but it's good to see you, Cyber. Good to hear from you, brother. Eventually, when you get a chance to get past The Walking Dead episode 2, you could eventually watch Daryl Dixon episode 4, brother. How about that? And then you can be as cool as Alligator Loki, bitch. What's up? That's right. I'm sorry, Andre.
Yeah, Saber, you can just watch the Daryl Dixon. You don't have to watch the original. Just watch a couple of videos, like Screen Crush, to recap the whole history
Now
of the Walking. Yeah,
you
yeah.
got you got to watch the first like 5 or 6 seasons. You have to.
Um, I kind of disagree. I
You got to at least
I
watch. You want to watch through season 5, I think at least. You really do before you could really step up to the plate and like really even get. If you really want to get into Dead City, especially Dead City, but into Daryl, you I mean, you have to almost. I think you got to because you have to build up that you have to build what we talked about before, the momentum they had as a group when they were a core group, right?
well,
Even when they
yes.
lost here and there, that you have to have that moment where like where before the show started breaking up and like changing and shifting. They
Well,
kept
that's the thing. Like that's the thing about the shifting and changing. If you introduce to them in this series, with these characters focus like Daryl and Dead City, this can inspire them to go back and watch the original Walking Dead. Think about it, like Star Trek. Like if
that's
you
true.
saw,
Yeah, well, yeah, so you're just saying it could easily reverse, and that's what AMC's hoping, right?
yeah, exactly.
This is people are people are just starting for new shit, right? Marvel sucks lately. Let's be honest, it does.
Yeah,
Right? Like at least Loki season 2 is going to be good. Um,
yeah, and
and
then that's it.
yeah, right. That's a positive thing. And that means Cyber's moderating. I think the episode 1. Cyber's moderating episode 1. So that means what? I get the finale. Is that
Maybe,
how?
yeah,
Yeah, I get the
yeah,
finale. That's
yeah.
good.
Because only you did 2, and then
Yeah, exactly. So I get the
4,
finale.
and then 6. Yeah, yeah.
It looks really good too. I'm waiting. When are they going to drop another trailer, like a teaser or something?
They already did like a month ago. I sent you that. It was like a clip, but yeah,
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
that was really it. But anyway, like, okay, so the pigeon die. Pigeon men die, and then
And nobody
he
needs
asked.
the pigeons. They just no, they get freed. He's
Yeah,
free the pigeons. He said.
I was getting to that part, sir. So pigeon man tell
Pigeon
ask
man.
Daryl. Yeah, I don't know his name, so I'm sticking with the pigeon man.
I don't know what his fucking
Pigeon,
name is.
yeah, so pigeon man asked Daryl to free the birds, the pigeons,
Oh my
as
god.
Jeff just brought up earlier. So yeah, and they're free, and then he dies slow to death, which is better than getting eaten by zombies. Yeah, and then
Antoine. His name is Antoine. He had a name, Andre. Pigeon man. He had a name. It's on Antoine.
Antoine, Antoine. Okay, okay. Sorry, Antoine, aka the Pigeon Man.
They
Um,
should they should name they should change the title for episode 5 from Do Amours to Antoine. The Pigeon Man.
oh my god, that would be
AKA
hilarious.
the Pigeon Man. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, oh my god. So yeah, after that whole like side plot of the Pigeon Man, we get back to what was it? The Isabel boyfriend, right? Like,
Quinn.
yeah, Quinn, right? So Quinn is in the bar. He's doing business, I guess, transaction in the zombie apocalypse. He's drinking. The singer, was talking to him. And what's been going on. And then one of his servants came up and they tell about Daryl, and he's still out there. And then the kid gets bring up to the conversation, and then he hears like why they want him. And so this whole episode is basically like, oh my god, what do you call it? Like, it's Mission Impossible slash freaking like Accession, basically. So you got Quinn being the center of this. He's trying to do this transaction where he wants this like fancy painting that like he wants from Charan, right? The general
Hey,
lady.
yeah.
Hey, thank you, Charan, right? And then, but in exchange, he could bring Daryl to her, possibly, right? So So he's doing that, and he has this plan that is actually pretty good. I mean, I guess the villain plot. Um, so he knows that Daryl will come to get the kid, and that's how they will capture him. Okay, it's a neat plan. That's okay. He's thinking. That's good. Um,
No, Quinn's a
uh,
thinker. He's
yeah,
he's a smart dude.
yeah, exactly. But he's a really fascinating character. I mean, excuse me, like he is, like I do hate him, but he's also like he does want to know the kid. Like he wants to have like,
He's kind of a fucking scumbag, man.
well, yeah, but I mean, it's kind of funny. Like he doesn't do nothing after him. He got attacked by Daryl, and like he like it's kind of funny. Like you think about him, it's like he could easily just wants to like get the kid, but like I'm just kind of curious where we left him off. It's like he's gonna go find the kid.
What would he have done with the kid anyway? Why am I echoing all of a sudden now? Did I do something? Did I hit a button or something?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, it's gone away. It's gone now.
Yeah,
No, what's he really gonna do with that kid? He wanted his buddy there to take. He's like, you're gonna take care of the kid to that chick, right?
well, for
His
guarding the city is for guarding the kid because he knows that Daryl's gonna come, so he thinks that
Oh yeah, that's right.
that's the thing. Like he he wants he's doing this business transaction at the same time he has this trap that like could work, right? Like it can work.
It's Anna, and Anna's already
And
disgruntled by Quinn's obsession with Isabel,
yeah,
and that's why she lets them go when they have that standoff. You know what I mean? With guns drawn on each other and whatnot, and she just tells them to take the kid and go.
yeah,
Because that's what happens basically, right? After Daryl tortures that dude,
yeah,
one of Quinn's people, right? After they had to save dumbass from the Eiffel Tower.
yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, let's get into that tower. So the kid is like roaming around, right? Like he puts his little hat,
I
he's
guess
like,
I can
okay,
get that. Let me see if I can go ahead. Let me see if I can get that action scene.
yeah. So like, okay, the kid goes to the Eiffel Tower because like the mom picture, she's like there, previously, many years there, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. And then the kid looks at this like what do you call it, like sandbags, right? That is covering around the like or the half like part of the Eiffel Tower, right? And then he sees the walker, and then the walker's just now like starts to come out, like what? Because they hear the kid. It's like okay, and so the walkers come out, and then the kid, like okay, Cyber, all right. Um, it's funny. He said, "I'll get past the second episode of Walking Dead when I finish all the other shit. I am watching LOL." Okay, hey, I don't blame. I mean, hey, we're watching a lot of stuff. I don't know how you can just finish up this whole universe. But anyway, so the walkers come out, and like obviously from the previous scene, Daryl knows where the kid is going when he was talking to Isabel. It's like I got an idea where the kid could be going. So he knows he's probably going to the Eiffel Tower, right? And so like we get this huge like walkers coming around, and then we have this cool action scene of Daryl and Isabel like chopping out like killing these walkers, which is kind of neat. But then when this one walker finds Lewent, right, or the annoying kid, like we get another company, which is of course that's Quinn's people went to the Eiffel Tower, and like they got the kid, and obviously Daryl was able to get two men, like he got one man like prisoner, and then he got the one guy getting killed by the walker. So yeah, and that whole action scene was kind of neat, but it was also kind of like so like Daryl had the kid.
What did he have, a mace? What was he using?
Yeah, that is a mace. I
There was a
mean,
mace that he was using to take on those walkers.
yeah, it was really cool. So, yeah, because like Isabel had like a knife to like hit in the head, like as you know in zombies, 101. Um, So yeah, so you got that, but like what's for here's another frustrating was the kid. Daryl had the kid right there, and like he didn't try his best to like grab the kid right away, and like he the kid got captured and he was in the car already. Like it was only two people. How the hell did the bad guy just drove off very quickly, like by one person? It's just I don't know. That ending was kind of weird. The second time they did that. So, but yeah. So the kids capture, and then obviously Jeff, you brought up the Daryl torturing the prisoner. So we get the scene where the prisoner is taunting Isabel because he knows who she was previously. I guess Quinn is talking to everyone about how Isabel was. I guess I don't know. Like, okay, So the soldier is being cocky and all that, and then Daryl, you know, is he's doing the bad cop. Everyone knows about the good cop, bad cop. So Isabel's the good cop. So she's Commissioner Gordon. And then you get Daryl is being the bad cop, aka Batman. So he starts interrogating her, interrogating this prisoner by telling this story about the Jimmy kid, how he was like bullied or being like he had like a rough life, just like Daryl had. If you know Daryl's background, right? And then he starts like literally doing a prisoner stabbing to this guy, and it's like the guy now is like, oh my god, this guy's crazy. I'll tell you everything, right? And and he knows where
he stabs him in the midsection. He stabs him in the back. He stabs him in the legs.
Oh my god, I think everywhere, right? Everywhere in his body, he gets stabbed everywhere. And so actually, it's funny. It's just a nitpick. How the hell they get into this warehouse? Like the place they were holding the prisoner. Like where were they? Like
the club?
No. Daryl and Isabel when they're interrogating the prisoner they have. Like it was funny. My second time.
I'm not sure how they found that spot.
Yeah, it was weird. Like you think that we'll have like an opening scene or like picking up where we left our characters when the kid got captured.
Oh. So you're alive, huh?
Pigeon Man has returned.
Where are the others? The boy, the nun.
I'm gonna go to him right now.
They can't hear. They want the boy.
They want me wrong? Why?
They came back later in the night. They took people and the rest we ran. We are
Don't
there.
cry, Andres.
C'est quoi le mot?
I don't know.
Enemy. Hey, Laurent is our hope. Right. You must go to them.
How do I find Rue Manuel?
You're lost?
Yeah, Rue Manuel, where is it?
Rue Manuel, c'est par là. Comme, yeah, this way.
Quoi? Huh? Get off. Get off the bike.
You bike. Hey, attends, mais dis donc. Oh!
All right, now real quick, folks, just for copyright purposes and whatnot and everything, we got to say something about this. So basically at that point, this is what Andres referred to earlier with Antoine, where these are, I believe these are Kudran's people and Janae's people from the paramilitary group. And they just sort of roam the streets of Paris and sort of like, take what they want and whatnot. That Andres referred to earlier and everything, where unfortunately the Pigeon Man gets shot. But we do get to see Daryl kill some people, so that's always positive.
Yeah.
Hopefully they didn't echo that bad.
No. It's good. I mean, we're watching everybody, so. This is my favorite part. Look at these guys. This guy's like finding pigeons.
Monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
Daryl could have grabbed him a little harder than that.
I know. Just like the kid. Like,
Oh, we don't even get to see him kill him? Oh, come on, man. What the fuck?
wow.
Fuck you, AMC. That's bullshit. I'm never gonna use your shit again. You're fucking done.
He's joking, folks.
Nah, we love AMC. What are you kidding me? Shit. Now that I pay every month for your services and whatnot, everything, I love you guys. It's the best.
Oh,
I love our business relationship. It's fabulous.
oh dear. All right. Cancellation. Let's get back to this.
No, AMC. I mean, have you even looked? When do we get our next series?
I mean, the Michonne one, the one. What was it? The one
The
I
Rick Michonne one? Is that supposed to be the next one?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Are they saying when that's going to come out?
No, I mean, well, they say it's scheduled to premiere next year. That's it.
Look at that, folks. See, look, I've got 5 computers next to me, and I've got to ask Andres to look for up that shit when he's trying to talk.
Yeah.
That is not professional. Oh, Andres, would you like me to fix the audio?
Yeah. Okay, you're good. Yeah, I was just looking at like the information.
Oh, I've got more video. I do. I do have more video. I've got some.
Oh yeah.
Some stuff. Yeah. Here, I'll go ahead and play it now.
My name's Daryl Dixon. I went out looking for something. All I found was trouble.
And we still don't even for sure know what the fuck he's even here. We don't know for sure why he's there.
I mean, it's pretty clear. It's just finding Rick.
But how do we know that for sure, though? Did he say something?
I mean, if you well, I know it's because like I research. So like if you've been watching the research show, then you know what's going on. But yeah, this show has been very vague about that. You know, so.
Okay.
I mean that's intentional, so you know, which is fine.
No, of course, most definitely. And isn't there another series that's supposed to be coming out too? Along with, isn't there one with one of the Fear of the Walking Dead people that's going to be get a series too? That one actor.
I don't know. I think
You know what I'm talking about. Remember we talked about it the one night. We talked about her about the actress herself and the character she plays. I'll pull her up right now.
Carol.
No, we're hoping we're going to get Carol. I'm hoping we're going to get Carol by the end of the season.
Yeah, I know that. No, I just know the Rick and Michonne is the only one that's scheduled for next year. Just remember, the Fear the Walking Dead show, it's ending this year. This month, actually. In 2 weeks, I think, or 3 weeks.
No. Oh, no, I know. It's just ending. Kim Dickens as Madison Clark.
Okay.
I thought I saw. We'll look into it, folks. But no, Andre. So, what do you think about that anticlimactic? I mean, I really liked it when they did regroup. They fought those walkers, and then they got together with they then got together, you know, to take on the assault of the club, right?
Yes. Yeah.
With basically, what's his name from the little group over there, his little community there, Fallon, right? He comes in and he says 4 in, 4 out, right? Remember, he was like, "There's 4 of us. We're going inside together. We're going outside together." Right? I like that. That was cool. And of course, Daryl used used Quinn's dude to find the private layer to get in there, right? Why they basically came in and threw Molotov cocktails at the entrance to the club, the underground entrance, right? And basically just threw Molotov cocktails and shot rifles at them, you know, just to kind of like distract them to get Daryl in there.
Yeah.
And that sets up basically like a fight between Daryl and Quinn. Where does Quinn even die? What even happens there?
Yeah, he survived. I mean, we saw that towards the end up. So
it was so anticlimactic. I wasn't even sure why did Daryl even let him live.
I mean, it was the kid there. I mean, the kid was right there. He didn't want to.
Yeah.
You know, I know. Like, look, I don't like the kid either, but like, he's not as bad as the girl from Dead City. Her. Oh God, don't even get started with her. Yeah, the mute / not mute girl.
She was worthless. What was her name? Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. That was her name. Yeah.
Like at least she acts like a fucking Jenny.
Oh my god. Yeah, like at least Lawant is like a smart kid. Like at least he doesn't do stupid things. You know, like
I don't know. Laurent is something else. He is definitely he's not as bad. He's worse than Sabine. I can tell you right now. If Cyber was here, Cyber wouldn't even be able to handle. I'm gonna make a meme for Cyber with Sabine in it.
mhm.
How does he pronounce it? The Sabine shit he does. How does he say it?
I don't know. I think Sabine, something like that.
No, Cyber has his own little way of saying it and whatnot. Everything. I can't remember exactly how it works, but
We'll see you next week. Well, this Wednesday. I'm sorry.
no, but I was thinking to myself, can you imagine? I'm telling you right now, who would definitely have survived the zombie apocalypse?
Holy shit! Let's just making McNuggets in my hand. I don't want to hear it.
It's 10:30 a.m. We don't serve chicken McNuggets at this time.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Why not?
Because we do.
You know what? Did you just hiss at me? Oh, the world just fucking hiss at you.
Hey, just get your ass out of the car. What's going on over there?
Don't you fucking run away from me. You grab me.
Man.
God.
Holy shit.
Oh, no. Don't make me assume my ultimate form. I will fuck you up. Just wait. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna wreck you. Get the fuck back here. Get the fuck. I'm gonna try to swallow you like a dumbass.
Ma'am. Whoa.
You know who I am?
Ma'am. What? Close that shit. Man. God damn. Oh my god. What the fuck is this bitch on? Holy shit.
What's going on? Did you like get burned by your apple pie or something?
Dude, I have no idea. Alright, we need to call the police. This is out of control. Holy shit!
Oh, that was funny. Oh god, that last part was funny. They called the police and then she just froze the thing up. I see what you did. Okay. Yeah, now we're twins now, folks. Oh. So, I don't know. Like, I think we should go into Loki. So, you want to start reading?
Yeah, because nothing really happens there at the end. Isabel parts ways with Daryl. Daryl goes on the boat with Laurent, right? To go wherever the fuck they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
And like they don't hug or anything and whatnot and everything, like even though obviously Isabel's a big slut, Daryl doesn't like tap her or anything real quick. I would have tapped that shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody knows she's this big slut. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, I see what you're
This
saying.
is a zombie apocalypse. Doesn't mean you still need to get some pussy occasionally. You know what I'm saying? Even Daryl needs to get. I'm sure Daryl gets some action.
Yeah, he does. Wait. You know what's funny? Who was it? I think the other nun friend that's with the group. She made a comment about that. It's like, oh, you have feelings with him. It's like, what are you talking about?
She kissed that dude. She kissed that young dude.
Oh, so she was talking about herself. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about what's her name?
Yeah, her name is escaping me. But everyone knows it's the other nun.
Lou.
Yeah.
Not Lou. What's her name?
Let me check.
Are you talking about Veronique?
Yes.
Or Lily? No, Lily's the sister of Isabel's. Are you talking about Veronique?
Yeah, Veronique.
Hold on.
Let me check. It's
And me.
yeah, Sylvie. That's her name. Her name is Sylvie.
Yeah, it's Sylvie. Yeah, the one that was one of the nuns.
Yeah. So
I just stay in Paris with the guy she falls in love with. His name is let's see here. Here's the synopsis of the episode. Janae begins a search for Laurent, seeking to eliminate him as he is a symbol of hope to the people. As part of this, Janae makes a deal with Quinn, who seeks Laurent in order to get Isabel back. After escaping from a flooded building and having a dream that praying Laurent is ignored by a mob of walkers, Daryl encounters Antoine, who is killed by Guerriers, but he helps the dying man to free his pigeons. Reuniting with Isabel, Daryl tracks Laurent to the ruins of the Eiffel Tower, where the boy nearly falls victim to a herd. During the rescue, Laurent is kidnapped by Quinn's men and taken to Demondo. With the help of a captive, whom he tortures and later abandons to walkers, Daryl sneaks into the nightclub and rescues Laurent, while Falou and his people create a distraction. Daryl overpowers Quinn, while Anna, disgruntled by Quinn's obsession with Isabel, lets them go. Having fallen in love with Emile, Sylvie decides to stay in Paris with him, while Isabel decides to stay in order to get Quinn's help to help secure Daryl and Laurent's passage out as Janae locks the city down. Daryl and Laurent leave Paris on a boat heading to the Nest, the Union's main base. And then we have episodes 5, which is Deux Amours, and then 6, Coming Home. And the director of episode 4 was Tim Southam.
Yeah.
Tim Southam also did episode 3. Daniel Percival did episodes 1 and 2. And then the writing for the first episode was David Zabel. The second one, Alouette, it was Jason Richmond and David Zabel. Colleen Abert did Paris Sera Toujours Paris, episode 3. And Shannon Gross wrote Le Dem de Fer. Jason Richmond and David Zabet come back for episode 5, and Laura Snow and Jason Richmond do Coming Home. This will be October 8th and October 15th, and we'll be doing both those reviews on me and Andres. And let's do Loki. And I've even got some Loki. I've got the Loki season 1 clip we can play right off the bat to start off too.
Wait. Let's rate our episode for
Ooh,
the Walking Dead.
All right, you go first.
Okay, well, it's 9 out of 10. I think this was still a good episode. I think it's not as good as the last episode, but I think this was a still good episode for the series. They haven't dropped the ball, which is great. So
I think that I will give it a 7.75.
Awesome.
Close to an 8, 7.75. It's definitely probably. I think it will probably end up being the weakest episode of the series. I do. I have a feeling it's going to end up because I think episode 5 and 6 are going to be really good. I have a feeling. Yeah. You get where I'm going with that?
Yeah, same here. I mean,
I don't think this was filler. I don't think this was filler though. Oh
no,
go ahead.
No, yeah, I mean, so far I've been happy that none of these have been fillers. They've been pretty much very interconnected, with the story. So it's good.
Did they release a promo already for episode 5?
Yeah. It was if you watch it's in my.
They played it. They played it right at the end of the episode. I saw it.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a Daryl and Laurent focus, makes sense, and then and then we see.
That's good. Maybe cut face Laurent can fucking finally wake up and start actually being useful to the series a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being a douchebag taking up screen time for nothing.
I don't know. I'll take him over Janine because at least Janine wasn't useful.
Yeah, Janine didn't really do shit for nobody.
No. She can talk. Come on. What kind of character driven was that?
These are from Screen Rant or whatever, or some shit like that. These are not.
This isn't about you.
Studios.
On behalf of the Time Variance Authority, I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
So everything is written. Past, present, future. There's no such thing as free will.
I need your unique Loki perspective.
Come on. What did you expect? You better
if you could possibly sheathe your smile for a moment, I have an offer for you. That's why I found you.
Come on. There we go.
Anyway. So,
All right, you want me to get started on this?
Yeah, go ahead. I love this series.
All right.
I love this series.
All right, Loki episode 5, Journey into Mystery, comes off of episode 4, where and hats off to Kate Herron. She did a great job directing the series. She really did. Hats off to her. I wish they would have brought her. They could have brought her back for season 2. I really wish they could have. She did a great job. Everyone did. Everyone that contributed to the production of this series did a great job. All the to the finest details. Everything is so well done, even to the end credits, right? Like they're great visually. They're really great to watch, and the soundtrack, the score is great. Michael Waldron did a great job producing the series, right? He did, and writing it and everything and whatnot. And basically, all I can say is just that it's a very deliberate episode. And it continues the pattern from episode 3 of Renslayer really kind of like leveraging her position at the TVA to contain what's obviously becoming like a shit house situation, right? With Mobius needing to be pruned, now she's got Hunter B15 has to be put in the stockade or some shit, right? So because of Loki, because of Sylvie's enchantment and her ability to expose to these people that they are variants themselves, like they weren't created by the TVA or whatever, whatnot, right? So I'm telling you, Sophie DiMartino was a Monica Rambeau Award winner for this series. As Sylvie, I thought she was outstanding, and I'm telling you, I love my my Sylvie picture right there. That shit is dope as fuck. I'm telling you right now, that is a badass poster. But no, she killed it in this episode. I'm not gonna. We don't do things on the Bleeding Edge Report just like we do on all the other discussion or live stream shows we do every week, folks. Which, just to be clear, is as of right now Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because I'm going to start taking the Sundays off and focusing more on just keeping the house tightened up and making more reaction videos and things like that and whatnot. That used to be really help us a lot with the YouTube channel and this in general. I'm gonna try to get back to that a little bit more, and get the collaborations going so we get more people in here to do segment stuff with us here with Andres when we cover this kind of stuff and whatnot. If he wants a night off or want a night off, we can, right? At some point we'll get there. But basically, episode 5 starts off coming off of Loki getting pruned, Loki getting pruned, and it being discovered that the timekeepers are robots. So I found it very poignant that when Renslayer goes to question 100B15 as to what Sylvie's motivation is going to be, now they know that the time. Now, Renslayer still doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't.
No.
But you can see Miss Minutes, like we talked about, kind of hinting with her to they're stalling, like they're on the same page. You know what I mean? Like Renslayer is very dedicated to her job, right? And now I understand her role in season 2 a lot better. Like rewatching season 1 really makes you realize where she's going to end up. Why she's going to end up with Victor Timely in his time period, whatnot, and everything, right? How she'd end up with him, because he's going to probably end up being He Who Remains. That's why he has minutes, right? You know what I'm saying, and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. That's He Who Remains, I think. So I think we're going to see, and they're going to see in the trailer. You see that at one of the episodes, they're gonna go. Renslayer or Sylvia or somebody's going to go back to the castle at the end of time and see He Remains dead, slumped over, still dead or whatever. Still just from that time when Sylvia killed him.
I think that was going to be Renslayer because we do see her in the void in that one.
That's right. She goes to the void. Yeah, the void's awesome. It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's great. I mean, you know, from the minute that that we get Loki after that really great end credit scene where like he wakes up to kid Loki, alligator Loki, the all-star of the fucking episode, right? The GOAT of the episode, and brute Loki, and fucking the best Richard E. Grant Loki, classic Loki, who is like he's the bomb of the episode. But they're a trip. They are goddamn hilarious. Like
Oh
I
my God.
love it. I love it when Loki's trying to get them to get geared up to take on Elias, right?
Yeah, and they just laugh at him.
And Loki's like, look, alligator Loki is on board when he growls, and Richard E. Grant's classic Loki is like, he's actually praying. He thinks we're gonna die.
See, I thought you were going to talk about the one where Loki like was trying to prompt them to help him escape, like from the void, and then go to the TVA, and they just like laugh at him because of that plan.
That's what happened. That's kind of it's after that, but
yeah.
It's now it really does. They're saying that basically like there's going to be a shop. There's a shop in the trailer where you can see Mobius and Loki are at like a jet ski shop.
Yeah.
How would he have known how to hotwire a car? Unless he worked with engines or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
That's true. And well, also, like, can a car work in the void if it's like that old? Like, I don't know. Like, it's very funny.
So Sylvie tries to sweat. She tries to sweat Renslayer for some facts on what's going on with the TVA, because as Hunter B15 explains to Renslayer, now that she knows that the timekeepers are puppets, her goal is going to be wanting to go after whoever actually is behind them and create the TVA and kill them. Like that's going to be what she's going to want to do. And at that point, basically is when we do get Sylvie pruning herself to go help Loki. She knows that she needs Loki, just like Loki is telling them he needs her to help her.
Yeah.
You know, in order to end this nonsense or whatever, right? We get some really funny scenes, right? We do get some really funny scenes, like when a tribe of random Lokis that you see in the trailer show up, and there's a fight scene and whatnot that's pretty humorous. But Richard E. Grant's ability to use the Loki powers is great, right?
Yeah. So with the other Lokis, that was the part that was funny. Like I didn't realize they were old Lokis until they betrayed President Loki. So first off, comic trivia, like we got a couple ones. Like we see the head of Leto Jacket. We see a Thanos copter, which that's actually from the comics.
Throg.
Yes. Yeah. That was like my favorite shot. Just like, oh my god, Frog Thor. And then President Loki. Because there's a comic that is called President Loki. No, both for Loki. It's a four-part issue series where Loki is running for president. It's a very funny comic. I highly recommend it. You can check it on my channel where he dressed like that's actually from the comics where he was dressing up like a president there in this episode. That was like, and that was the shot that like the show like heavily marketed, like because it was from the comics.
And then Alligator Loki jumps up and takes his arm off, and the whole melee goes down. But no, Loki can really use his powers. Like he really can do a lot of shit.
Yeah, you brought up Monica Rambeau award. Like he's my Monica award for this episode because like he's in this is one episode, and like you truly care for him as Loki, just like Tom Hiddleston. And like
just as the Monica Rambeau award for the episode, I'll give it to him. Richard E. Grant, he killed it.
Yeah. I mean, come on, like him building the Asgard to distract the creature, and Elias, right? And him, his last words is like glorious purpose. Like, oh my god,
he laughs. He laughs.
Yes, he laughs. It is like, oh my god, it's so like I was so happy / sad for this character. I was like, oh my god, why?
I didn't realize how big the Asgard was that he conjured, right? until watching it again. This is only the second time I ever watched episode 5 was today. I don't rewatch stuff. I don't. I rewatched Shadow Warriors from Ahsoka just because it was so good, and I had time to kill anyway.
It's funny you say that because I rewatched Ahsoka's episodes like twice to review it.
And I watched reactions of it too. Oh, you watch? You watch? Don't you watch 2 episodes everything twice if you can? If you can, don't you usually always watch everything twice?
If I like the show, like Ahsoka and Daryl has been my favorite show, so I've been watching.
I told you Ahsoka was going to be good, right? Aren't you glad aren't you glad that me and Kendra convinced you to come on?
Kendra. Okay,
you got a really good teacher. And I heard from Kendra. What's up, Kendra? Kendra Smart. I heard from Kendra the other day. She's doing okay.
Oh, good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Well, yeah. So, like, anyway, besides me watching it, I mean, Richard A. Grant, great actor, like amazing. He was in Logan. When you see that movie, if you have a chance, Jeff, one day he's in that movie as the villain.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
What is Sophie DiMartino British?
Yeah, she's British. Yeah, she's British. Yeah.
Okay, I can really tell this. I can really tell in the void her speech. I loved her and Mobius in the car. Their dialogue was great. She seems like a great actress.
Yeah, oh my god. So let's actually talk about
Mobius.
Mobius. Like let's actually talk about that. So when we saw the PC car, I was like, oh, okay. And then we see Mobius back. I was like, oh my god. I don't know if you had that reaction when you first saw it that he actually is alive. It was like, oh my god, I was so happy he survived. And then what was it? The scene, oh my gosh, him commenting on alligator Loki is hilarious. Like is he a Loki? I mean,
he was a great addition to the cast.
Oh my god, of course. I mean, Mobius is like my favorite character. He's awesome. I'm so happy he's in the MCU.
The best moment of the whole episode is when they pregame for taking on Elia. And
yes, I agree.
Joins hands with Sylvie, right? They show affection towards each other and whatnot and everything, and they show that they both know that they need each other, right?
Yeah.
And Kid Loki gives Loki the sword, right? Richard E. Grant decides he's going to go all out or whatever and shit, and everything and whatnot, and him and Mobius hug.
Oh, everything that killed me when he say like, "Thank you, friend." And we see a little,
my friend. He says, you know what I mean? Like, it's just it's something we've discussed before on other shows before, folks, on the Bleeding Edge. The whole evolution of a Loki character, right? To go from to have like such a trajectory as a character already, and then come back as a variant of yourself, and then have the same kind of thing happen again, where you go from like a hero, like a villain to an anti-hero, but this time it happens in days, not years, right? Like he's still wearing the same clothes from like when the TVA first picked him up, first gave him clothes.
Yeah.
With the cut in his arm still from when him and Sylvie fought.
Yeah. So, like, okay, so let's discuss that, because for me it's kind of like very impressive how like invested I am with the story at that point, because they done a really good job of me caring for a lot of the characters. The story hasn't
we never know how much time he's spent with, like, for all we know, it's only been a couple hours.
Yeah, well, he commented on that with the other Lokis. Like he doesn't know how long he's been since the 2012 New York.
I don't think they sleep. I don't think they sleep in the TVA dimension.
No, they don't. I don't like see that.
No, why would they sleep?
Yeah, so
their job is to monitor time. Why would they sleep? Right? It makes no sense.
Anyway, I mean, they're not coming on how many days have passed, so like it's kind of like, well, it's been maybe many years. So you think about it, like, because with time travel is like Interstellar, it's a good example. It's like when they go out of space, every time they travel the planet, the years, the time accelerate differently from them to the Earth. You know, so when they came back from the water planet, it took what, like 10 years, and so like the kids grew up so fast, like it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's sort of that kind of like yeah, time like rules if you know your time travel thing. But yeah, like, oh my god, Mobius hold. Oh,
I've
alright,
got
you watching
video.
something?
I've got video. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, oh no, here we go.
oh, the music.
I believe, stupidly, you can be whatever you want to be. Even someone good.
As for your questions, I am Kang, the Conqueror. I have come from the 41st century, traveling to this backwater time period for one simple reason. To eliminate you from the timeline.
Glorious.
Okay, that was the fan kind of trailer, because we saw briefly Tom Hardy's villain from Star Trek Nemesis, and then the Kane that was just talking. That's from the Avengers.
What?
Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So, yeah, that's very funny.
So they take on Goliath, and essentially Sylvie says they're going to enchant Goliath. And I love when Loki conjures up that ship that fights back against Goliath and everything and whatnot. Goliath is awesome. It's from the comics, and it's not comic book accurate how they used Goliath, but Sylvie's right. Sylvie's very strategic. She's very smart. She figures out that like getting through Goliath is the path to like the castle they see at the end of the episode, right?
Yeah.
And they're able to, Richard E. Grant conjures up and is able to use magic and pull up this massive version of Asgard that slows Goliath down enough and whatnot, and gives Sylvie and Loki time enough to like enchant it, right? Basically, and whatnot, and in doing that, what are they able to do? I can't remember. Get rid of it.
They don't get rid of it, because remember the castle is inside the creature. He's like just a vessel. So they stop the creature for a moment and like it opened to like another dimension. That's right. What was going,
That's right. Yeah, and then they just kind of like followed right through. And we lost Richard E. Grant, and a lot of people thought that maybe Kid Loki would come back and be in like the Young Avengers. Now, after everything that's happened with Marvel and the MCU and Disney, I don't know if they'll ever even be a Young Avengers. I'll be honest with you. I don't see it happening.
Never say never.
There's no demand for it.
I mean, well, they're gonna do it anyway. It's just like when they're gonna do it is kind of like
you sure?
Big question.
They've already got a lot on their plate. They still got to introduce the X-Men into the picture at some point here, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Are you Andres? Serious? Are you ready to go full on MCU here soon, brother? Because folks, Loki Friday, literally this Friday, we're reviewing episode 1 of Loki season 2, and Cyber's moderating, and I'll be in the panel with Andres. I'm putting together my team right now. That we're gonna rock with during the series and whatnot and everything. This will be fun. Me and Andre's gonna be reviewing 4 TV shows a week for the next couple weeks. It's gonna be fun because we're doing Chucky on his channel this Sunday night. Are we live streaming, Andres?
I need to figure out what I'm gonna do.
You can use my StreamYard if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking to do StreamYard.
You just use mine, and you can just add your YouTube channel right onto it.
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, that, and then what else we are reviewing?
Oh, we're doing. So we're doing. We've got Ahsoka Part 7 this Wednesday.
Yeah, this Wednesday. The next week we're done.
We'll have the finale of that, right? And then we'll have Loki episode 2, right? And we're gonna have Chucky, and we're gonna have Daryl Dixon still for 2 more episodes.
Yeah,
right?
2 more episodes. Yeah, and then because next week
will be Loki.
Yeah.
Then what are we gonna do then? Do you want to do WandaVision?
Yeah, I'll be happy to do WandaVision after that. Yeah.
And you know what we'll do? We'll actually do rewatch re-reviews because we'll actually, folks, we're gonna finally add Patreon, and Andres, we can rewatch the WandaVision episodes pay-per-view style. Our Patreon, right? Okay. We can think about it. Folks, we like to do this. The part of our feature of the Bleeding Edge Report. Me and Andres kind of develop. We like to kind of talk about the stuff we talk about in the lab, like the producing and whatnot, and like the content creation part of this stuff and whatnot a little bit. And Andres, are you ready to go in the MCU zone, baby? Because like there's going to be a lot going on and a lot to talk about coming up with these Loki reviews. I mean, we got the Marvels coming out, right?
That's in November, so that's a long way.
That's right.
Yeah. Just remember this.
Folks, what is it, Andres? I'm sorry.
What are you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, folks, just let us know. Like, I mean, if there's something that we do think we should cover, we'll cover it. Right?
Yeah.
We don't care. You know what? Maybe I'll do some advertising videos and just ask people like flat out, like do some polls and see what people think we should cover. But I was gonna say we can do some rewatch stuff and whatnot and rewatch WandaVision, and we can do that Patreon style, baby. You know what I'm saying? And try to make some moolah. That's right, suckers. Pay me and Andres to rewatch WandaVision, baby. What's up? No, but what do you think? You want to re-review WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I think we can do that. Especially WandaVision. Like after Loki, I definitely want to do it.
Part of our second segment for the next couple months, so we have something just tied in.
Yeah,
and it's done. It's over with.
Yeah, I think it's good because Monica is there. Like it's fitting with the Marvel, so that's good.
Yeah, most definitely. And no, it'll work out good because our movie reviews are gonna go away for a little bit until we finish. At least until we finish Loki or Ahsoka, we're gonna have to put off our movie reviews and whatnot. It'll probably be the end of this month. Yeah, the end of this month we'll finally be back and we'll be doing the Hateful Eight, and then we'll have the Godfather. I got to work on the schedule, Andres. I'm gonna put the schedule together for this month. It's gonna be a hectic month, man. I gotta start watching Chucky.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough, but hey, it can work. It's just like
it's gonna be interesting, Andres. What are you gonna send me?
Yeah, like I can send you recaps for the Chucky show. It'd be easy to.
Oh yeah, send me some recaps. I appreciate that. And honestly, Andre, as far as Loki's episode 5 goes, my 9.5 sticks. Like just like I said it back then. And hats off to Cyber Night Shark and Brett Scott from Marvel Plus for coming on with me that night, whatnot, and everything. This was right after. Here, I'll even show you. Here, I'll pull up the episode. Here we go.
Oh man, I can't believe this. 2 years since the show's release.
Where are we at? 33, almost at 34,000 views. That's good, folks. We appreciate that. Look at that YouTube channel, baby. Looking sharp. Looking sharp, Andres.
Good.
Some spots where you can see some spots where I dipped off a little bit and whatnot, and like I wasn't as creative. But we did some really good reviews during this time period. You can see where I don't need thumbnails up and whatnot. That's when I was really struggling with my insomnia really bad.
Yeah, no worries. It took a while for me to get used to my brand and content.
We never finished Halo, man.
Oh my god. I heard not good things about the show. So
Halo, yeah.
Like they did the the 1995 Judge Dredd film, where you see Hello's face and it's like, why? Like,
They didn't do the actual canon.
oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Here, I'm gonna throw this on real quick.
More people become interested, you know. So I mean, we're gonna see the episode, people.
The beginning of the episode. If you want to jump in just a minute, let me go ahead and like set it up, and then
Yeah,
I'll
let's
throw
go.
it over to you, and then Cyber.
Oh yeah, I know Mobius.
So basically, Loki episode 5 starts off with Sylvie, I guess like confrontating, you know, like trying to confront Gugu Babeth Raw's Ravonna Renslayer character in terms of like what the origin is of the
And then finally they have kind of like that great camaraderie, and then we kind of flash back to to Lady Loki and them having a conversation, and then she disintegrates herself or purges herself, as they call it, to get prune to get into the void herself, because she thinks that whatever she needs to do to find out who the real TVA is through the end, or the void as it's called. And so, I mean, this whole beginning section,
I missed that necklace.
It was a lot of information.
It was really
You
nice.
get a
I
little
never
bit of
saw
information
it.
about,
I bought it in Jamaica.
Richard E. Grant's Loki. You get a little bit of information about young Loki. You get
Is it nice?
information about the African American Loki. You find out that there's
I
a
clipped it off
crocodile
one night,
Loki.
trimming
that
before
are
the
all these
show,
different
trimming up my beard
variants
before the
that
show.
have been,
I forgot to take it off.
Into the void, and you kind of get a little bit of history of that this is where things get sent to basically be devoured, that weren't wanted or whatever, to get rid of these variants. But yet all the Lokis for some reason are able to keep themselves from getting eaten by the lion, or I forget what they call the cloud. But basically, like, they keep surviving, and that's
Eliath. It's called Eliath.
Yeah, Eliath. And
Like,
I just think all the conversation that goes on in that little den
that's pretty boring. But there you go. That's us with Brett reviewing Loki episode 5. Andres, let's get the hell out of here, man. Let's have an early night tonight and get out of here and whatnot. We got a big show. We got Ahsoka coming up.
Yeah.
You want to take it out? You want to do some plugs and we'll get out of here?
Yeah, sure. So, ratings for me for this episode is 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite episodes. This series has a episode for the series finale. So it gave me everything you want. And plus, with that, so that's good.
That's true. Most definitely. And tell me, sir, will you send me a link for your other YouTube channel, Marvel DC? Sure. Is it Plus?
Yes. I actually, you can go down and it's right there, the link. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, hello everyone. My name is Andreas, Sport Culture Guy. Yeah, it's down. Well, when I'm done with this channel, I'll direct you where it's at. So I'm up to 811 subscribers. Woohoo! Thank you everyone for supporting me, and Saber and Jeff. You guys have been awesome. So yeah, so right now I'm currently making a video right now. I'll be posted in a little bit. But yes, so check out my content. Hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Yeah, so I'm right now scheduling my calendar for October. So yeah, excited to work on projects. So yeah. So that's all I have to say.
And so we're gonna go live on which channel? On
in that first channel, the Andreas Pop Culture.
We're gonna go live 10 p.m. to do Chucky season 3 episode 1, right?
Yes, folks. We're going to do Chucky episode 1 through 4 for the next 4 weeks. In my channel, Andreas Pop Culture Talk. That's the podcast I'm using. So yeah.
Are you gonna get one of your co-hosts to come on and actually record with me finally for the first time after like 7 months or 8 months or whatever? Finally, or what?
Teasing him. Oh my god. I guess I can talk to him. I just thought it was just gonna be you and me and some guests, but
I'd like to
can
meet
ask
him. I've known him for I've known you for a long time. We've been doing how long have we been doing the Bleeding Edge report now together? What, like
well,
4 months?
Well, like right now, 6 months. Right now, you think about it, 6 months.
And you've been with the Bleeding Edge for how long? Almost a year now? Like what?
Yeah, half a year. You think about it, since February. Like,
yeah, you said it was 6 months, like 2 months ago. You're like 8 months, 9 months now with us, aren't you?
Yeah, 8 months. Yeah.
That's why you're the special guest co-host of the Monday Bleeding Edge report, brother. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Like, like me and Cyber made a pact and decided that after we lost our third co-host, Perry Ramsey, we were going to be very selective about adding co-hosts ever again. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot and everything and whatnot. And like, at the end of the day, at that point, like being a special guest co-host is like the best spot that I can possibly give as far as like a title. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you're basically a co-host. You already know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why I relied on you right from jump on the show and let you go ahead and, take us into the episode and whatnot and everything, right? Because you watched it twice, I didn't. So I figured you probably had a better idea than like the flow of the episode than I did. Although it was a good episode. The Daryl Dixon series has been great. I'll tell you what, folks. I'll give myself True Knowledge, Jeff S. True Knowledge. I'll give myself credit. I pick good shows to cover. I do. I've got a good gut when it comes to whatnot and everything, and like I've got some interesting ideas, some stuff that I want to try to do in the future. But Andres, what do you think, man? Are you ready to rock and roll? Are you excited for Ahsoka and then Loki on Friday? You're going to be pumped for like those are two big reviews, man. The first episode of Loki season 2.
Well, I'm excited for Loki season 2 because it's my favorite show. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for Chucky. Now, Ahsoka, we're at episode 7, right? We're gonna review it this week.
Part
right?
7.
Yeah,
part 7. It's in part.
Part 7. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about part 7. That's my favorite. I brought up earlier.
A good week. That's a good week, man. Are you enjoying the TV episodical reviews? Are you enjoying them? Like, are you a little bit nervous about how many you got to do this week?
No. Like, remember, I've been doing this. It's just different pace for me. Just remember that when I did my podcast and my TV weekly discussions, there's always a particular time and day. So it's not like,
well, sir, you never give me the opportunity to just bullshit with you on the phone and just ask you questions and be like, hey man, like, how did this show go for you? You know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or like, what did you think of that when I said that to you during the show? Like, did you like that? Did you think it was funny? Did you think it was not funny? Like, we don't get to have those conversations because even though you're my best buddy and everything, whatnot, everything, and my special guest co-host of the Bleeding Edge report, you don't like to hang out with me because you're too busy with the hose and the content, right? And like, living in the time gap dimension. No, but seriously though, that's why we got to start having some production meetings or something so we can just bullshit and like create. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? And like, get on the same page about what's coming out next and whatnot, what we can cover and shit on here, what we can do with the Bleeding Edge report, right?
Yeah. Well,
Andres, you've done a great job.
We probably had to do that after this week, right? Because we have to figure out what we're going to discuss.
Well, hey, we're going to have WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier to do.
Yeah, we'll do first WandaVision. We'll save Falcon next year.
Yeah, we'll do WandaVision. I'll get you a t-shirt. Yeah. I've already got a couple. I'll get you one.
Yeah.
There you go, folks. So there you go. That's our schedule. We're going to have WandaVision coming up. I guess what? At the end of Daryl Dixon. Do you want to start just mixing in at the end of Daryl Dixon? Do you want to come in now?
I think we will incorporate it after we're done with Loki season 1. That would be a good time to start.
I think, maybe that way. Maybe if we want to take a break and just cover some news, some DCU, MCU news for a couple shows, kind of change the pace a little bit and try to be more real time, right?
Yeah, sure.
Do reviews, like try to switch things up a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. We'll think of something.
Maybe we could do some DC animated stuff.
That's true. We can do that.
Maybe we could review the Frank Miller Dark Knight version of the animated Batman.
Yeah, that we have to do. I try to remember.
Or we could even do DC movie reviews right here on this channel. We could make the video report where we do like just random DC movie reviews. Like I wanted to do Snyder Cut. Why don't we say fuck it? You know what? At the end of Daryl Dixon, why don't we just fill things out until the end of Daryl Dixon and whatnot and everything? And why don't we do the fucking Snyder Cut? We'll review the 4 parts of the Snyder Cut.
Oh no! I cannot do that. So that would be too much for me. I think it would be better to do.
Why? Oh, because all the other shit we have to cover.
Well, I almost prefer just watching it in one section. I cannot do like 4 parts. That's just like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Snyder Cut. Just let everyone know.
Oh, you didn't like the Snyder Cut?
I mean, I like the director, but I'm not a big fan of this universe.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So,
all right.
But I like the DC movie reviews. I think we need to do that.
That's what we need to. That's why we need to have a meeting. We'll have a meeting.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, we love all of you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting the MCU'S Bleeding Edge. Thank you for supporting Marvel Studios. Right. Thank you for supporting AMC Plus and AMC and whatnot and everything, and all the Walking Dead folks and Daryl Dixon. Thank you for supporting Hundreds of Pop Culture, guys. Cybernetic Shark, we love you. We will see you next time on Wednesday on Ahsoka, Part 7. Come see us. Come check out the live stream at 9:35 p.m. Eastern, 6:35 p.m. Pacific. We're going to kick some ass, and we'll see you later. Peace.